Alright, last bit. I'm not feeling well, but I want to get it over with. I feel like the way they're going about this is entirely unnecessary. Like, this is Kamen Rider, where people take down other people who are doing bad things. When the Ark was trying to weaponize humor gear, trying to put a stop to that wasn't evil, but because it's Metsubojin Nai wanting to stop the human doing it, then all of a sudden they're being the necessary evil. There's no evil here. Also, imagine how different this entire story could have been if literally anybody would have taken the time to try and clear Metsubojin Nai's name. Like, just imagine if Aruto or Yua had tried. Like, of course the majority of people still believe Metsubojin Nai to be terrorists when nobody is claiming otherwise, who actually knows better. I know that not everyone is going to listen to common sense. I mean, in the real world, not everybody listens to common sense, but at least try. Like, imagine the amount of people out there who currently believe they are terrorists because that is what they've been told. But if somebody in the know was to say, oh, actually, they were hacked by the Ark the whole time, so technically, you know, lay off them a bit. Imagine how many people would have been like, oh, I didn't know that, well, now I know. Like, you can't, not everybody would, but there's so much misinformation about Metsubojin Nai out there. But I just feel like it should not be that easy now, after however much time has passed. It shouldn't be that easy to convince the majority of people that Metsubojin Nai have, quote-unquote, gone evil again, because there should have been attempts to clear their names and explain the actual situation. It shouldn't have been this. You know what should have been easier is taking Auckland down in the first place. Because as much as they talk about, you know, necessary evil, none of this is necessary. When the guy is telling Yua that they're not gonna deploy because they actually just want to see how things play out and see whether or not this new Soldo project is worth implementing, and the Yua reacts to him saying that it'll make Kamen Riders a thing of the past. But it would have been nice to see us sort of trying to defend Metsubojin Nai a little bit and be like, you know, at the very least, you know, she's worked with Naki for a bit at this point. At the very least, it would have been nice for her to say, well, clearly something's wrong. Naki wouldn't do this. You know, they're clearly in danger or something like that and care about, you know, other people for a change. I absolutely love the implication that Fua saw the what's the word I'm looking for? The announcement from Kazuchi, Jin and Naki, and realised that Horobi isn't there, and then went off to find Horobi specifically. I can't wait to overanalyze the absolute hell out of this scene in the retrospectives. God knows how long this video is just going to talk about that. Not this video, but the retrospective is going to talk about that and nothing else. It's the only bit I care about. Horobi asking Fua what he would do if they suddenly went against humanity again, and Fua's being like, well, you must have a good reason for it. Oh my god, that character growth. The growth between the two of them, I miss them so much. The fact that Fua went from just viewing all humor gear as killing machines to saying that if Horobi was to do something like that, then he must have a good reason, like taking down the Ark or something. Just my god. What does constitute as an Ark, by the way? Because, like, Horobi's been called it, and what happened to him was that he was hacked by, you know, the Ark. Most likely because he just wanted a safe world for his son, and he cared about humor gear, and he wanted equality for humor gear, but that is inherently evil, apparently. Wanting equality is evil. But, and then, we're told, he says that Aruto was as well, which, I mean, you know what, fair enough, that's fine, I understand that. But then Esu, apparently, as well, and he didn't do great things, but he also, you know, did it for his dead fiancée, but Arkland, who is purely in it for profits, he's apparently not an Ark. So what you need to do to be evil as long as your motives are because you care about family, that's what makes you evil. But if you're just doing it for profits, then that's fine. After that rant just then, I've got to now say that Horriby laughing is never not precious. Getting to hear Horriby's laughter was by far the most deserved thing in this entire series. I mean, AI kind of can accomplish things humanity can do, and more. I mean, that's what narrow, general, and super AI classifications mean. You know, I mean, maybe we don't have that now, but you definitely do in your universe. I don't think you understand how AI works. Random person who I'm not entirely sure who you are because I really wasn't paying attention, but just, like, yeah, they kinda can, and we've watched that happen, so what are you on about, mate? I don't want to talk about anything else right now. That's it, I'm done. This entire film was just Fua making Horriby laugh, and then Fua reacting all heartbroken to Horriby being hurt. He's hurt. He's not destroyed. He's hurt. And that's it. That's the film. Throughout these two films, Fua talks to Horriby the most, makes Horriby laugh, has the biggest reaction to Horriby's body getting destroyed, and spends half the next film reminiscing about Horriby. You know where I'm going with that.